2 Megapops is challenging in and of itself, but what about 23 Megapops to get to round 140? Or more or less the end of it? Yeah, definitely the end of it. Speaking of the end of it, this is going to be the end of all balloons. I've done 2 separate test games to see if this is possible, and neither of them have been at all successful. One of them 20k shy away from getting the 23 million sweet spot with the Master Bomber. Shift U to last, we can place down Geraldo now. Let's place him on the top left hand corner of Resort because this is the best spot where Geraldo can't really get any pops. We'll be able to get some minuscule pops here and there if Bad is around there, but aside from that, nothing really special when it comes to Geraldo in that spot. But that is the point of that tree. In my case, the tree is very good so that it can block balloons, or block line of sight so that the towers cannot pop balloons. But we do have one sneaky blue balloon in there somewhere, which is going to escape. This round is possible with just the base ninja. It just requires a little bit of micromanagement and try and disperse these blue balloons as much as possible so that you can actually deal with them all individually, just like that. At the very least, as long as you get 201, you're very solid on this map with the ninja, just on its own actually. Caltrops is there because, well, we kind of need Flash Bomb, then Sticky Bomb, then Master Bomber. You know, the Caltrops is probably the least useful upgrade out of everything. But you know, it's nice spamming them all out when you got 20 Shinobis nearby. Flash Bomb is a requirement if you want the ninja to pop lead balloons. And because we've now got sharp projectiles and explosives, we can damage any kind of balloon with this one tower. Just yellow balloons and now lead balloons on this round. Just like that, they go down. Our issue here really is Pierce, because while the Flash Bomb does stun in quite a large radius, it still has a Pierce cap as to how many balloons you can affect with its stun and explosiveness. Just like with everything else in this game, there is a Pierce cap. Even the thorns that grow with the spirit of the forest has a Pierce cap, but it's just stupidly enormous that the number is probably not even discoverable. Can we get sticky bombs before the balloons overwhelm us? I hope we'll be able to do so, because when we get sticky bombs, our range also increases as well, just like that. Oh, our first ceramics of the game, but are these stragglers going to go past us? That is going to be a no. Okay, so round 39, we're going to need to plop down some glue over here once the zebras come along, so that we can handle with the zebras and the regrows of this round. Just like so. Otherwise their numbers will overwhelm us, but I am a little bit concerned about these regrows simply because of the factor that, well, they may they definitely multiply, so big goals is necessary so that we can actually get through more layers. To compensate for the attack speed drop, we do have a jungle drums down. Regrows, do not go past this time. Very good. That's brilliant, actually. It's amazing how much of a difference Pickles can make with explosive at times. Going for one layer to, not one layer, but 1 pop to 2 pops per balloon per explosive. Some hot sauce is recommended. Actually, it's a must in this case. Argue as close to the tree as we possibly can, soon to be overclock, then ultra boost, because we need as much attack speed on this sticky bomber slash master bomber in the future as we possibly can without affecting the overall attack speed of every single every single tower throughout the entire map. You may think that going to call to arms or homeland defense is wise, but no, because that will also increase the attack speed and pierce of the Shinobi that we'll have around our Master Bomber here. And we cannot have that. We cannot have all of the Shinobis that will surround the Master Bomber here to be able to get too much power. Because they will take away too many pots from us, which is not good. Let's put down another glue over there so that we can control the ceramics here. But next up is those pesky regrow rainbows again. Can we get through it? I believe we can. Oh, we should have gone back sooner, but regardless, we managed to do round 49. speaking of Shinobis, you probably think it's wise to put some Shinobis down now so that we can increase the attack speed of our sticky bomb here. Unwise, because we need to preserve our means of being able to get pops with only this tower alone as much as possible. We need all the pops that we can muster with this single tower. Otherwise, we will have no chance of getting 23 Megapops by the end of round 140 with the Master Bomber soon to be. Camo balloons? No problem. This thing can by default attack and pop camo balloons, and with update 40 it means that the Ninja Monkey does not require a radar scanner, so that the little Jerry's fire that orbits around it is then only able to then target camo balloons from there. It's able to innately target camo balloons if the Jerry's fire is attached to a Ninja Monkey nowadays, without the means of a radar scanner or some means of decamifying balloons. Regrow's done now, round 60. There goes down BFB there. Now, I am really scared of this next round. Round 61. Firstly, we haven't got a Jerry's fire up. But number 2, I am afraid that because of the sheer number of these regrows, there's not going to be a possible way for us to be able to go through this without external support, although that did look very close. The triple whammy. Oh, some of them are getting close. It's anyone's game here. It's just a matter of luck, it feels like. Spot the difference between the previous frame and this one. And that worked out much more beautifully. The reason why we had these villages over here is because, well, regrows are going to be a bit of an issue. And we want to chuck them back using the creepy idols, but if we chuck them back alone without the grow blockers, we will not be able to control the regrow population of the balloons. So that is why they are there, to ensure that hopefully we can minimize the amount of regrows as much as we can. Right, round 63 is upcoming. Just got to deal with these red balloons. And also I added a glue hose as well for our needs. Will we require glue strike at this given point in time? I hope not, but okay, this round is looking a little bit overwhelming here. A little bit. A tad overwhelming. Oh gosh, a single pink balloon and some others are about. No, don't do it, please. And that is how you deal with round 63 with the Sticky Bomber, and only for Sticky Bomber. No other balloons, sorry, no other towers on this screen. MOAB glue, just a big blob, sorry. We don't need the glue splatter at this given point in time. Put you on Sean. Red lobsters, and there were some red balloons underneath those red lobsters. But guess what? That just happened. Oh, a single red balloon. Are you going to escape, little one? Oh, gosh. Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. We are now saving up for our tower to get the 23 Megapops of this scenario. If we can get it, fingers crossed. I've not been successful so far, but I'm hoping to be able to do so this time, learning through my errors. This glue strike is for early game popping control, so that our sticky bomb is able to do a bit more damage early on when it is only a sticky bomber. Sticky bomb, sorry. I don't know, you're a bomber that throws sticky bombs. You are a sticky bomber. Don't question it, okay? This is definitely a lie. Regrow ceramics. This can only end well. Yep, very well indeed. Very well indeed. We're gonna need some pickles again. Can I just ask us why the pickles make such a difference when it comes to these certain kind of balloons? Like, maybe it's just down to the fact that the flash bomb really benefits from pickles. I'm not too sure, really. But we really do benefit from pickles using the sticky bomb, which is not what you would think, because each explosive does a big amount of damage, and, well, we do lose a bit of attack speed, but maybe it's because of the extra damage that we do, it really makes up for it? I'm not too sure. I'm no expert at this game. Oh, that was a near escape there. Let's just use Glue Strike once again. I'm hoping to be able to get Jerry's Fire on round 75 so we can get the better version on round 84. But can we get through this round first? Let's use the Glue Strike again to slow these down. Give us a little bit of breathing room. And oh gosh, are these yellows going to haunt me again? Just like with every other game, I'm going to lose to a yellow balloon at least once? No. Several BFBs to deal with. I'm not too sure whether we can handle these or not. Find out later on Flare Balloon Central. This is definitely not a TV show, and we should definitely save Glue Strike for the next round so that we can have it up ready for those pesky regrowth ceramics. Because regrowth ceramics on round 76 are very, very lethal. We have it saved up. Excellent. I hope we'll be able to get through this. Hopefully. We've got the equipment needed. Oh, that's just fantastic, isn't it? Just don't regrow too much, please. That was pretty successful, actually. I thought once they make it their way down there, they're going to start regrowing again. But I think it's because we didn't use Glue Strike twice in order to slow them down even more, which is why we were successful there. We now have the better sea invisibility potion, so we should stick that on for our own benefits. Along with some sharpening stone, we can have some extra PS for both round 78 and round 79 because we're going to definitely need it. All the ceramics and regrow rainbows we're going to encounter. I've not gone insane. Right, the second use of the Glue Strike will be when the second wave of ceramics are going to spawn here, and yeah, we should deploy it now. But are we going to be able to get through this? Oh god, look at all these balloons! Can we do it, please? Please? With a cherry on top? Amount of them rejoining this row here is definitely some issue. Oh, that's good, that's good. And these slow... Oh, that one being chucked back is brilliant, because it means we can get Glue Strike back for round 79! It's glorious. Oh yeah, speaking of round 79... I have a feeling I shoved these regrow villagers too far to the left here, which means there's a little bit of a gap here to where they can regrow back. Ah, isn't that just fantastic? I don't really want to place a village here because then there will be in the range of some of the Shinobis, and then when that happens it increases their attack range. Not my finest choice of decisions, really. But we need it! We definitely need it! I did say I was only going to go up to a Glue Strike, but I've honestly had enough at this point. Now that is a much more successful round 79, at the measly cost of 16,200 just so that we can permanently apply the Glue Strike effect onto the battlefield for about 80-85% of the time. Perhaps even like 90. Please don't regrow back. Honestly, in my test runs, I was able to do it with just Glue Strike, but this is honestly annoying me now. I should honestly just go into the fray rather than trying to test my luck just to see if something is possible or not. Now we're several rounds behind on getting the Master Bomber. Isn't that just fun? And also, the Ultra Boost. Isn't that fun as well? Honestly needs to position these three villages up here a bit more to the right. I did not want to put down a fourth village simply because of the fact that I didn't want the village to extend to even more Shinobis in which they will cover otherwise with this village down here. Each of these rounds are taking a very long time due to both glue and the fact that this thing doesn't really do a huge amount of damage on its own, and we're kind of stuck in the woods here when it comes to our ability to pop these fortified MOABs, even though we do have pickles on. Fun days. Very fun. Very, very fun. Well, at least the MOABs are popped now. We can deal with the rest of these using our sticky bomb here. Hopefully. Hopefully these super fortified ceramics won't be able to go through. Fingers crossed. One of these days, this red balloon will be within our line of sights over here. Hey, guess what? If it wasn't for Gluestorm, we'll be very close to Master Bomber right about now, but no. This game decides it wants to torture me. with this self-imposed challenge that I brought upon myself, which I'm still blaming the game for because of the regrow aspect. If only if they were, I don't know, positioned in a different round, dispersed throughout the entire game so that we get a little bit of regrow here, a little bit of regrow there, and not, you know, get a huge cluster load of regrows on the same round in which we cannot deal with. I'm just venting at this point. Just venting because of the fact that Ninja Kiwi hates us. Not really though, but it does feel like that at times. Not really though. Just because we're over halfway throughout the game does not mean we are halfway throughout the game. From turtles to lobsters to pufferfish to, well, little planktons. The only thing left we've got now are plankton balloons, and then we have the entire set of aquatic creatures that as balloons in a balloons tower defense game, which involves a monkey throwing a dart at a balloon, and then it reduces the amount of layers that it has by 1. The balloon's biology is very complicated, but can only be explained by the developers of this game itself. Well, Jerry's Fire, are you going to do something here, or are you just going to leave it? Wait, how did that get glued? Oh, it was because it was firing over there, that's why. You missed, so you went to the next thing that you made contact with. We are 4K away from the beloved Master Bomber. But I do want an Ultra Boost at some point so that we can increase the attack speed of our soon-to-be Master Bomber even more, because those stacks are going to be very vital if we want to increase the attack speed of a single balloon. We do not want call to arms and homeland defense, especially for the fact if we get an MIB around the Shinobis that'll be around this area, those Shinobis will be able to damage DDTs. And we don't want that. But then again, in order for them to not be able to damage DDTs, we've got to lay off the Glue Storm at some point. Oh yeah, now we are cooking with even bigger explosives. Yes, because you cook with explosives, duh. Well, I just gotta wait for these leads to make their way to the Master Bomber so we can get through to the next round of this game. Sometimes waiting around does have its negatives. Also, another thing about the Glue Storm is that, alongside the Glue Strike, activating the ability actually de-leadifies any lead balloons, which makes them prone to all kinds of attacks. At least sharp attacks. I'm not too sure about other attacks like energy. Energy is the worst kind of attack for the game. I'm not gonna lie. It can't pop purples and it cannot pop leads. Two of the most common kinds of balloons that are going to give you a very hard time. Outside of camos, obviously, but purples and leads are some of the most commonly seen kind of balloons that are going to give you a headache. Obviously, purples don't really spawn past round 100 aside from a few rounds, like 101. I think there's one other round as well in which purples spawn. The reason why I'm not really showing the DDTs these early rounds is simply because of the factor that the Master Bomber is an excellent counter against DDTs. So it's not like, you know, Spear of the Forest, where you have to really rely on both the thorns that spawn on the ground and for the fact that you can stall balloons as much as possible by just simply spamming a bunch of glues throughout the entire map. Like, that is a strategy in and of itself. One glue storm and one glue storm and a bunch of relentless glues throughout the entire track. And you should have yourself a Spear of the Forest 2 Megapops. Why am I speaking about this within a 23 Megapops Master Bomber video? Because it's my video, okay? And I've been able to get my abilities back in due time. But this is taking the pish. DDT Central here, but they will receive a little bit of extra damage thanks to the fact that we do have the Glue Storm on the battlefield. But, ooh, sometimes when they go down here, the bombs don't actually stick to the DDTs. Yeah, got ourselves a bit of a tricky scenario here. I was about to say, I'm going to need a different idea here, and that is to delay our usage of overclock, but I guess we don't need to delay it, because this thing somehow managed to stick to all of the wonderful DDTs, and why is that not applied? That would have really helped out. like really helped out. Round 96 is going quite smoothly thanks to Glue Storm. It means that the ceramics, when they are ceramics and not MOABs, can really be slowed down. But obviously these are in gear 7 when Glue Storm is inactive. Just my luck. We are 47k away from the Ultra Boost here, but not going to be... Wait, why can you reach some of those MOABs? That's not good. I placed you down here for a reason, Geraldo. And that means you can't actually get to the MOABs, but sometimes you just have a little bit of fickleness to you. I honestly do hate that Geraldo's getting this many pops. We need every single pop available for our Master Bomber here. But yet Geraldo is somehow getting hundreds of damage with every single lightning bolt attack that he is conjuring up. Okay, I'm kind of glad that we failed this round, because honestly, that is absolute ass. That should not happen. Yeah, this is not looking good again, and Geraldo keeps getting pots when he shouldn't be able to. Like, why does Geraldo sometimes do this to me? Where he just has to sneak around a little corner and be able to wave his wand around like he thinks he's Harry Potter. Well, look at this. We managed to get through the round, hopefully. Don't like this whatsoever. Round 98, just like the previous, well, round 96, but even worse. How are we going to fare against all of these bloody fortified balloons? We just don't have the attack speed going on. That's what we need in order to get through this, but we can't increase our attack speed by using Shinobis because of a simple matter of fact that they're going to take way too many parts from us, in which we need for the Master Bomber. But guess what? Geraldo keeps stealing too many pops that I feel like we're going to fail this anyways because of his stupidity of being able to go through objects. Oh, for goodness sakes. It's because the round takes so long. That's what makes it so annoying. Oh, for goodness sakes. It takes so long. That's what annoys me about this. Okay, so why has this time suddenly gone... Well, speaking of better... my other attempts were so flawed. Many of these fortified MOABs were able to go down to the south of the map, but for some odd reason this time... They kind of just stuck their way up here and not gone down south. Although these ones are about to do just that. Aren't I just the luckiest individual ever? Aren't I so lucky to have all of these foes around me? I've got nothing else to talk about aside this game. And the pain in which I am in for putting myself through such torture. But I'm sure for some of you out there, this is great entertainment. Look at these so close to the exit. No thank you, we still got these ZOMGs left to deal with. And for Geraldo to be able to pop them because for some odd reason he's able to attack through trees. I was about to say we didn't have to worry about that because a balloon just snuck through. Did a balloon just sneak through? Please do not. Oh, great. We're off overclock. Obviously, we are. Please do not go through. I don't want to do this route anymore. I didn't want to do this early on. I was hoping to get through, like, this round to the early hundreds. But nope, you're giving me no choice. It's time to bring out the Shinobi army. We're going through this round, but I am still stupidly worried about our pop count here. Like, I am not certain we can get through this because of the fact that for some odd reason the balloons are making it so far along here. Why is that the case? You should be stunned by the flash bombs of this Master Bomber here. How great is Ninja Kiwi just released an update which has stupidly nerfed this thing's ability to stick balloons? Let's hope not. This is the reason why I want to do this as late as possible. Look at the number of pots that this thing's getting already. I'm not using Glue Storm because that'll just increase the amount of them that will spawn out. I need an Ultra Boost, but I cannot get an Ultra Boost if I need to deploy more of these down. But I can't deploy more of these down because then these will steal too many pops. Will 18 of them do? 20! Only chance now is to be able to try and perma-stun them this far away so that then these cannot pop them. But just these should be really weak ninjas. But I am so annoyed by this. Why are you not getting the amount of pops that you need? This is one of those times where I wish every single balloon was a DDT. So that then this is the only thing that can actually pop them. But I guess we're just gonna have to try and wing it with just what we've got. I don't know if I can survive this. I don't like the amount of pops you're all getting. I need to reserve as much as possible for round 140, but you're not making it easy, any of you. Honestly think of downgrading from 23 Megapops to 22 Megapops at this rate, because I have been at this for about 4 or 5 hours now, and I've not been able to get a single successful run going. The run I've had before this was the closest I've ever gotten to 22.98 million pops, but this time around I've done things exactly the same aside from having these villages over to the left just a little bit more for some odd reason, and I've been having far worse results because of it. And this in my test runs have been getting far more pops, and the fact that these won't be able to actually really attack them, but for some odd reason these have been attacking them, despite the fact that this thing should be perma-stunning them over here outside of a range of these, but no. This is my worst nightmare. Please stop attacking Shinobis. I wish there was a button on each of these towers where I can select which towers that can attack and which towers that doesn't attack. For, I don't know, a very specific challenge like this, so I can just switch it off, and the only thing it does, it provides its passive benefits towards other towers in which it's compatible with. Great. That's just what I need in order to try and conserve pops. It's the means of not being able to stun something because it cannot be stunned. And look at all the pops that these are getting. I know it's not much, but there's 20 of these rapidly firing at these. Why aren't you more powerful, Master Bomber? You're surrounded by 20 Shinobis, you should be OP, but yet you attack like a bloody pea shooter right about now. Right, we can finally get the Ultra Boost. I should have gotten this a good 10 or 15 rounds earlier, but no. This game decides to hate me when the one time I record. Oh, 6,000. Look at all these pops that the other Shinobis are getting. That's just too many for me to try and circumvent, because this cannot on its own take down the bad on round 140. Sorry, the fortified bad on round 140. It can do so without any assistance when it comes to the regular bad on round 140, but not the fortified, because it would still be a fortified bad by the time it gets to the exit of the map. Please just fire them out. Stun them. Keep them out of... Oh, great. I just realized what we were lacking here. That would have been very good when it comes to stalling them for just a little bit longer, but... I wish there was a button where it would tell the Shinobis to not attack. I know that's very specific for something like this, but sometimes attacking is a bit of a hindrance when something else can do the job, like this. Thanks to the Ultra Boost, look at those master bombs fly at the balloons. If only if we got this earlier, then this would have like, well over 12 million pops right about now. But I am scared that all of these combined together have just accumulated too many pops together. If I fail this, I'll show a screenshot at the end of this, just so that you can see that of how close I was able to get on one of my runs. But this is just torture. This for me is just real torture. I put myself through this because I think I can do it, but then when it comes down to it, I'm not able to do it because of some stupid logic within the game dictating me but I cannot do something one time, but yet I can do it another time, even though the decisions I made throughout the 2 different games are exactly the same, but yet the outcomes are different because of an RNG aspect that should not be in the game, that dictates if a tower has an X amount of pops or Y amount of pops per projectile. And that sucks. It's not the amount that is bad, it's the RNG of how much it kind of randomly gives at any given point in time can be kind of bad. We've got ×10 Ultra Boost, but it's just a bit too late now. You have such a short range, why are you attacking? This is the reason why I don't want to put down another village around 79. Because then they'll be in the range of the Shinobis, which will then mean they've got even more range to work with. Look at them all fly out. I wish they all flew out much sooner though, so that we can actually permastall these so that they can be there before they're able to get to the Shinobis. Ninja Kiwi, please add an option to all these towers so that you can actually toggle between attack and not attack. Like, that would be very handy for the alchemists, actually, you know. Change it so they cannot attack a balloon at any given point in time, because why? Okay, this is just torture at the moment for me. I'm putting myself through this because I think it's possible to get 23 million pops within a chimps game between round 640 with the Master Bomber. It's just being able to pull it off, that is the thing. And this is my worst attempt at this so far. I tried a call to arms attempt and it's gone better than this. But again, if you have an MIB here, which means all these Shinobis will be able to attack the DDTs, which is kind of why I held off from the middle path village route. You have all of this now, just make every single balloon a DDT, which means then all of these other Shinobis cannot attack them. And the only thing that can attack them is Jerry's Fire and the flash bombs, the sticky bombs that come out from the master build. Bomber, sorry. I mentioned there's been other times throughout this video I've just calling it a master builder rather than master bomber. And I do apologise. I think that's not the first time I've made that mistake. I think I made that mistake in the 2TCSI and master bomber I did all the way back, which was bloody hard. Although there's going to be elites out there saying, Psy and master bomber is so easy. You're just a noob at the game, it's so easy. I just realised something. I should have spent a lot of my money on some balloon sabbers to slow down the balloons. That would have been very helpful, wouldn't it now? I spent the majority of my time trying to get this thing up and operational. I highly doubt the next round has got over 620,000 pops to try and accumulate, but I'll do my best. So we've got nearly 19k left over, so what can we do with this money? Besides kill ourselves. Well, we can pop a regular one, but this one has just got its bandage on its tail, and that means we cannot pop it. Okay, I know we're gonna fail this 23 Megapops challenge, but let's just see how close we can get to it without trying to unscrew our heads from the rest of our body. Well, we've now got a bandage down here, so this genie bottle has kind of helped us out here, but the issue is it's taken away a few too many pops for our needs. Come on, please pop bad. I'm talking about you, not you. I kind of want you to kind of be delayed, although that is not delayed. Let's just use one of those. Okay, so that's popped. How far can we go with this? Please? Oh, that's real close, but no. Let's try one more time, but I don't think so. Well, we've run out of Ultra Boosts. Isn't that just fun? We kind of need that additional attack prowess, but I guess that's not going to happen. Now a genie bottle's gonna take away too many pops. Yeah, this is just, I don't fancy this anymore, honestly. We're so close to getting it as well, but it's just not gonna work. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can do this, but honestly, getting to 22.9 million of the near 23,100,000 pops with a single tower is commendable, but my goal was another 10,000, was another 70,000 for our master bomber here, but we really struggled within the 90s and 100s. And also around 79 as well. That kind of was the reason why we needed to get this first. And then that took us away 16.2k needed for the Ultra Boost to get earlier so that this thing can get more pops. Yeah, this took away 60,000. 69. 74. Yeah, at this point it's just like, for goodness sakes. Like, just why? Why do these things get so many pops? Like, I know they attack really fast because of, well, other Shinobis around them. But for goodness sakes, this is just a little bit too excessive. Honestly. I wish there was a toggle on and off when it comes to them being able to attack and not attack. Because then you can kind of strategically play the game in a style which is more favorable towards what you want to do. Like, by default, obviously, a tower would obviously attack a balloon whenever it's within range. But can you be a little bit more strategic about it towards a particular goal? Or you want to do something in particular with the game itself? Now, that is something that could be managed. Could be. But thank you all so much for watching. This has not been 23 Megapops, more like 22.8, but I'll show you a screenshot right now of a more successful game that I have, but we're still not 23 Megapops. I'm so tired now. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, despite the fact that it was mostly me rambling about the fact that the game was against me, then please be sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already, and click that notification bell to be notified of any other videos that I drop in the future. Also, if you're ever on the store, then please be sure to use my creator support code, or at the very least any creator support code, and that is thoroughly appreciated to whom you have placed down as your creator supporter creator. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.